Today we're in Malibu. We're going to go up to Sandstone Peak, the highest point in the Santa Monica Mountains. Hopefully have a wonderful view of the ocean and the valley on the inside. And then cruise down around the Mishe Mokwa Trail, if I'm saying that right, where we'll see more views and some other really cool features of the area. Come on, let's go for a hike. We start off today's adventure with a very windy and steep road in the Santa Monica Mountains near Malibu, a very popular area for riding. Here we approach the parking area. It's usually fairly busy on the weekends, but you can usually find a spot if you look. Bathrooms available as well. We're starting our journey at the Mishe Mokwa Trailhead instead of the Sandstone Peak Trailhead because it gives us a little more of a hike and is often not quite as busy as the other parking area. This is the spot we will return to at the end of the big loop we're doing. We'll start off by going up to the Sandstone Peak and enjoying a really nice view. It starts off pretty steep, but usually only takes about 45 minutes to reach the top. Here's an area where some previous rains had almost washed the trail away. And here's a little spot off the trail that I like to stop on the way up and take a break and enjoy the view. It's kind of hidden by some bushes, so I'm not sure if anyone else really knows about it. After one last look, back to the trail we go. At this point, the trail will take a sharp left and go uphill quite steeply, where you will follow a bit of a ridge all the way to the top. There we see it in the distance, our destination. We continue up the narrow footpath until we see the flag flying by the plaque at the peak and the view that we have earned. After a quick rest at the top and a little bit of time to enjoy the view, we'll get back on the trail and we'll head back down to continue the loop. We're going to take a side trail here and get off the main trail and see some things we wouldn't normally otherwise see. There's some water tanks up here, why I don't know. And here's a very interesting land formation which offers us a really interesting view. After bushwhacking a bit, we'll meet up with the regular trail and then connect with the turnoff to the Tri-Peaks area. The trail goes up and up here for wonderful views. It's been 4.47 miles and 1,561 feet of elevation gain. Well, we've made it to the Tri-Peaks area. We're about halfway around our whole loop. We're exactly across from the Sandstone peak we were at not that long ago. And the views are amazing. It's a little hazy today, but still, really nice views. trail hugs the sides of the rocks facing the north, which gets a lot less sun and retains a lot more water. So there's a lot of foliage over here, and it hides the trail well. Out of the trees, we now see the 3 peaks we'll be visiting shortly, 1, 2, and 3. The view from the top of peak number 1, fantastic. Looking over at Oxnard and Ventura, and the far west end of the San Fernando Valley. Now we're on the top of peak number 2. Also another amazing view, a little more of the valley on this one, but spectacular. There's where we were sitting a minute ago, and there's the 3rd peak, and off in the distance the Sandstone peak we were at a while back. For the 3rd peak, we'll just be going around it. The trail doesn't go over the top, and I don't feel like making the extra effort. Eventually the trail gets a little sketchy with a lot of loose rocks. There's the main trail we would have normally taken if we weren't doing the Tri-Peaks loop. So we'll go down this steep area and meet back up with that trail. Eventually we'll come to this balanced rock sign, foreshadowing what we'll be seeing in a bit. The Split Rock, a geological wonder. There's a tiny creek that flows year-round here, a little bit bigger in springtime, but in a pinch it can always be used as a water source if you have purification methods. And here we have a definite highlight of the trip, the balanced rock. Behold. There actually is a trail that goes along the other side, all the way over to that balanced rock. You can go right up to it and touch it. The trail is very easy going at this point, not gaining or losing too much elevation, and having a lovely view down into the canyon. And we're back to the sign, completing our loop. Now it's back to the car on the same trail we came in on. Well, I made it back to the car. Pretty good hike. 8.2 miles and 2,052 feet of elevation gain. Pretty good time. Took me about 4.5 hours and really enjoyed it. The views could have been a little better. It was hazy today, but it was an amazing hike. Thanks for coming along.